Welcome to the weekly video digest of Kashmir University Quest. First, let's take a look at the highlights. 14th Youth Parliamentary Debate held. DSW and Law Department organized health awareness. EMMRC films shine across the country. And we also have some notifications from the university. Now the details with your host Beenish Ali. The Division of Youth Affairs of the Department of Students' Welfare organized Group Level 14th Youth Parliament at SKICC. The students had prepared for it in a month-long workshop. They were competing at an all-India level. Here are some glimpses from the debate.
Honorable members, Honorable Speaker, all rise.
Let us begin today's procedure with the oath or affirmation of our newly elected members. Secretary General, please.
You want to take an oath or affirmation, sir, and ask me. Do hereby swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established.
जो युवा सांसद दे हेठले सदन दी मैंबर चुनी गई आ परमात्मा दी सौ चुकनी आ कि मैं कानून द्वारा स्थापित भारत दे संविधान ते विश्वास ते वफादारी नू कायम रखांगी.
Respected Speaker, I associate myself and my party members with the laws. The nation mourns the sad demise of Marshal Arjun Singh.
Mr. Shahid Khan, Honorable Minister for Defence. Mr. Aqib Asad Yattu, Minister for Irrigation. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker Sahab, I beg to call the attention of Madam Home Minister towards a killing of a noted journalist. Madam, what do you have to say about this communal violence taking place in your tenure?
Thank you, Madam.
Thank you.
Honorable Home Minister, please.
Isn't it quite evident that communal violence has not only taken place in her tenure? Madam, आपको याद दिला दूं, Operation Black Star of '84, which led to the massacre of her Sikh brother, and for the Prime Minister of your government for apologizing publicly. Issues have been taking place on both sides. We condemn the killing of this journalist, and we assure the people out there investigations are taking place, and the accuser won't be spared ever. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Madam. We shall now proceed with the next question. Question number 102, Honorable Member of Opposition, Shrimati Nisheed Zaid.
Honorable Speaker, may I have the kind attention of our Prime Minister, please? Honorable Prime Minister Sahab, terrorism in the name of patriotism is one of the biggest challenges that our country is facing.
Honorable Speaker, so the question asked by the worthy opposition member, in its beginning, questions the judiciary of this country, which is independent of the executive control and is also the safeguard of this nation. My country is free, and the testimony of this fact is that the honorable worthy opposition member has even questioned the fundamentals of the constitution without getting penalized.
Let me inform the worthy member of opposition, Madam Irtika, that whenever these countries will give us a go ahead, people fled away with thousands of crores will be brought back to India and sued under the court of law.
Colleagues in government for providing such wonderful insights for the draft of this bill. The first concern that I would like to address is that of the constitutional sanctity in Article 19. The honorable leader of the opposition is accusing us of being a dictatorial government, a government which believes in emergency.
I have to report the following message received from the Secretary of the Upper Chamber of the Youth Parliament. I'm glad to inform the Youth Parliament that the National Investigation Agency Amendment Bill 2017, which the government passed in last session, has been ratified and is ready to be sent for business approval.
Dean Students' Welfare Professor G.N. Khaki said that the legacy of the Department of Students' Welfare is to organize such functions to make the future of the students distinct from others.
To make our students feel and realize the difficulties that they have to face the moment they enter in the practical life of their academic career. And this is in fact in continuation to a legacy left behind by University of Kashmir, more preferably the Department of Students' Welfare, to make our students know and to reorient their taste, talent, and their everything and educational aptitude, so as the moment they enter the practical life, this will be in fact a beacon light for them, for their academic excellence and the growth and the political excellence that we are doing all this.
Former Dean of Law and Department of Students' Welfare, Professor S.M.A. Qadri, opined that students of Kashmir do not lack talent and can compete at any level.
I can say it with confidence that the product of our university is far, far, far better than any other many so-called national universities, which boast that they are so-called national universities. But one thing, of course, we are lacking is that we don't have the salesmanship. We lack that thing. And this is our salesmanship. These are our ambassadors. And I feel privileged that I have been given this chance to be the judge of this competition. So far as the presentation was concerned, it was excellent.
Group coordinator Dr. Anupam said that he was impressed with the performance of the students.
You're simply perfect. Although my duty from on behalf of ministry is to observe and make some suggestion and criticism, and I hate to do that criticism, but still I would say that I have got no addition, no deletion. That's why I say it's a simply perfect act. To talk and to hold this kind of event, it takes a lot of guts, and to keep 55 students engaged for 3 or 4 months, big hats off to you.
Chief spokesperson of the PDP, Dr. Mehboob Beg, said that 14th Youth Parliament has given him hope of Kashmir being in safe and able hands.
ख्याल था ये एक्सेप्शन है, मुझे ख्याल था ये 2%, 3% सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी है. मुझे नहीं ख्याल था कि 55 स्टूडेंट्स कश्मीर यूनिवर्सिटी के यहाँ आके मुझे सिखाएंगे कि पार्लियामेंट क्या है. मुझे ख्याल था कि मैं सीख चुका हूँ. मैं तो हैरान रह गया. आप लोगों ने मुझे हिम्मत दी, एक उम्मीद दी. अल्लाह की कसम मैं कह रहा हूँ, आपने मुझे इंस्पायर किया और आप लोग यहां रहे और यहां SKICC में आप ने जो कर दिखाया वो करना आसान नहीं. वो आप लोगों का कमाल है, वो कोई और नहीं कर सकता.
Dean College Development Council Professor Neelofer Khan applauded the Department of Students' Welfare for its contribution in grooming the students.
I must say that face of any university is Department of Students' Welfare, because academics is there in the degrees. Of course, you know, it gives us jobs, but the visibility which a university gets is through these programs. I must once again say that it's always a pleasure to work with our students, very disciplined students, and with full of intelligence, full of creativity. Any type of, you know, work you give them, they always give their best. I always say that winning prizes, first prize, second prize, is no issue. It does not matter. But organizing it and coming to SKICC, displaying your talent to our learned judges is a great thing.
Registrar Professor Khurshid Ahmed Bhatt said that the university has a separate budget for the co-curricular activities on the campus.
What we have done in the university, because always university, whenever we have to organize all these functions, then ultimately comes the, you know, the budget, where from the budget will come. And we have already taken a one step. We have developed a one fund in the university, which is known by the Cultural Come Literary Activity Fund. So for these activities, there is no budgetary difficulty. There is always a budgetary provision is available. It will be the top priority. There will be no, you know, financial constraints. Money will be always available, and we hope that we will have many more such events. And I wish that the next parliament, if this art gallery at that big hall is approved by the planning board, I wish that the next in 2018 or 2019, this event does take place in our university.
chief coordinator at the grievance cell of the CM, Mr. Tasadduq Mufti, advised students to follow their passion.
I do believe in action, and sometimes when you try and follow through with things, follow through with your passion, in an environment like this, you become a cynic. And you give me hope. All of you give me lots of hope. I am amazed, pleasantly surprised. And once in a week, once in a month, something happens that makes you believe that, you know, it is worth going on. Something is worth fighting for. And I think you're worth fighting for. And I thank you for this debate. I thank you. I'm really touched. And I hope to see more of you. And when you do go to the parliament, remember, keep this passion and keep things under control. Because we fling chairs, we get abusive. Like I said, I'm not a politician, so I'm not going to mark my words. So keep this controlled passion with you.
Later, awards were distributed among the participants. Cultural Officer Mr. Shahid Ali Khan conducted the proceedings of the function.
Basically, it's an initiative of Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs to conduct the youth parliaments at school level, then the college level and the university level. इसलिए आगे जब ये लोग पार्लियामेंट के अंदर जाएं या हमारे असेंबली में जाएं, ये मॉडल लेके जाए. इस एक्चुअली ये मॉडल पार्लियामेंट मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स का इनिशिएटिव ये है. इस यूथ पार्लियामेंट से बच्चे सीख के जाएं और जो वहां पार्लियामेंट के अंदर बोले, इनको सीखने की जरूरत नहीं होनी चाहिए, बल्कि ये सिखाएं.
The Department of Students' Welfare and the Department of Law organized an awareness program on healthcare, medical education and research in collaboration with the NGO Kashmir and Guru Foundation. The expert from the NGO taught students different ways to give first aid, including proper demos for the benefit of the students.
Things which a common person can do so that they can save the lives. This procedure you can do at home, you can do in the street, you can do on the road. It doesn't need any equipment, it doesn't need any drugs, but it needs some training which in the Western world every citizen is trained. And we, on behalf of Guru Charitable Foundation, we are trying to impart this training to the students. This basic life support tells you how are the emergencies which occur in your home or any place, how you can help them as a good citizen. So, how you can shift the patient from the site of accident to a hospital, how are the minor emergencies which can occur at home, how you can help those patients. Suppose a patient gets a fracture, how you can help him. Patient gets an injury, how you can help. Patient gets a bullet, he is bleeding, how you can stop bleeding. So this is all about that. And one more thing is that once you get some patients who have got a cardiac arrest, where the patient is not able to breathe, his heart is not functioning. So what to do in those situations? So what we call is a CPR, which is a cardiopulmonary resuscitation, where we want to revive the patient's heart and lungs. So that is the training what we give to the students.
Dr. Nahida Nazir, a neurologist based in the US, said that most natives living in America want to contribute their bit towards the Kashmiri society.
The main thing that's very close to everyone's heart is to start healthcare projects and to collaborate with other organizations for better healthcare delivery in Kashmir. And also, hopefully, in the future, other underserved areas globally. And as part of this, we have run a few medical camps. We have collaborated with the private sector and the public sector to see where we can fit in, give our expertise, because at the end of the day, we're not handing over money to everyone, but we are bringing in our expertise, our way of looking at how things are done here and whatever we can do to improve that, to ensure better healthcare for everyone.
Coordinator Special Cell, Mr. Shahid Shah, said that this workshop was helpful for the students.
This program was aimed to volunteer students and give their awareness about the basic health care. Yeah, especially today was the mental health day, so we keep it student specific. In this workshop, at least 88 students were trained and demonstrations were held in the open air, and students really get most benefit of it. And we were highly thankful to the university authorities.
EMMRC's film September Himalayan Floods Unavoidable Deluge by Dr. Shahid Rasool has been selected for the 9th CMS Vatavaran, Asia's largest international environmental and wildlife film festival and forum. The film looks into the causes and effects of the September 2014 floods. Here are a few snippets from the film. Another EMMRC film, Don't Burn Leaves, by Engineer Abdul Rashid, won a national award in the Best Graphics, Animation and Special Effects category. The award was a result of the creative work of the EMMRC graphics team. The film revolves around the polluting effects of burning leaves in Kashmir during the autumn season. Here are a few looks from the film.
Hello? Hey, Michael. Hello?
Uh-huh. There you are, Sam. What's up?
Michael, I have a question. No. I have so many questions.
The death he feared comes to him as a relief, and he sails down to the ground with a smile. As he touches the ground, he admires the tree he was a part of. The particulate matter enters the lungs and may remain there for months or even years. It increases the chances of respiratory infection, reduces lung capacity, and triggers asthmatic attacks.
Now some important notifications from the university. Applications are invited for the post of JRF for DST SERB sponsored research project Ionic Liquid Mediated Microwave Assisted Synthesis of Rare Earth Nanomaterials for Bioprobe Applications in the Department of Nanotechnology. Interested candidates may send their complete resume with copies of the mark sheets and certificates, proof of experience, publications, etc. by 16th October 2017. It is also notified that the walk-in interview for the appointment of contractual lecturers in subject of chemistry, physical and organic chemistry will be held on 16th October 2017 at 12:30 p.m. in the office chamber of the Head, Department of Chemistry, University of Kashmir. The eligibility criteria for engagement of contractual lecturer is Net Set PhD in the relevant subject with minimum 55% marks at PG level. With this, we come to the end of today's program. In case you have missed some part of the program, you can log on to emmrckashmir.com where you can watch the whole episode. Do send us your suggestions at our email address quest@emmrckashmir.com. Every day you should try on your part to introduce at least one good change, however small it is. Nelson Mandela said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. With these words, I take your leave. See you next week. Goodbye.